WKBN 27 First News starts now with breaking news.
Where am I going to go? Everybody's got to find a place now. I'm really upset about it.
Yeah, General Motors Lordstown workers angry about another cutback, reducing the number of shifts making the Chevy Cruze. The second shift will be dropped in 2 months. Good evening, I'm Dave Sess. The notice had to go out today, so it complies with the law, giving a 2-month advance about such a big cutback in workers. First News has team coverage on this major local story. 27 First News anchor Stan Boney is at the assembly plant to bring us the details.
Well, Dave, I was standing in this same spot 2 years ago when General Motors announced at that time that it was going to be eliminating the third shift here at the GM plant. I am back here again this evening to let everyone know that the second shift is going to be eliminated as well. That will be effective the middle part of June. The announcement was made inside the plant today during a plant-wide meeting that was held at around 3 o'clock, about 2 hours ago. Now, here are the details of what is going to be happening. GM will be going down to just one shift. The June 15th will be the last day for the second shift. June 18th will be the first day where there will only be one shift. Up to 1,500 people will be laid off, though that number could be lower because General Motors is going to be offering some buyouts, so that number could fluctuate in the end. What they expect is that anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 employees will be remaining here at the GM Lordstown plant. We were just talking here a little bit ago. We think as many as 12,000 may have worked here at its peak. And again, there will be buyouts offered, and the employees that are up to having those buyouts offered to them will have 60 days to decide if they are going to take those buyouts. Now, earlier this afternoon, we were here as union employees and employees with General Motors filed out of the plant. We did try talking to several of them. A lot of them did not want to say anything at all. We did talk with one lady, though. Her name was Carrie Rawpaw. She has 40 years here in the plant. She says she is going to take the buyout and she is going to retire. I also asked her what the reaction was when the announcement was made.
Well, when they announced the first shift only, there was some outbursts, some screaming. wasn't received well, but I think we all kind of knew it was coming.
Well, I also was over at the UAW Local 1112 Union Hall. I sat there for about a half an hour waiting for maybe Glenn Johnson or one of the union officials to come by and at least give us their comments on this issue. I did talk with one union official who got a hold of Johnson, who said there will be no comment coming from the union at this point. Live in Lordstown, Stan Boney, WKBN 27 First News.
Now, General Motors is one of the largest employers in the Mahoning Valley, probably number 2 behind Mercy Health. Of course, Stewart Health's another big employer. A change this big will have a major impact in Lordstown, in Trumbull County, and through the region.
What GM Lordstown means to the valley is more than just the say 3,000 jobs approximately that are there. It means a lot more.
Now, A.J. Semel believes each job at the complex supports 2.5 other full-time jobs in the region. Plus, he feels the valley's economic morale hinges on the success or difficulties of the automaker. Now, the morale is down right now in Lordstown. This GM announcement, coupled with the struggles to finalize a deal with TJX for a new distribution center. Trumbull County reporter Nadine Grimley is in the village. She's going to tell us more.
Well, Dave, when the largest employer in Trumbull County makes an announcement like this, it's certainly going to raise some attention and turn some heads. Joining me now to talk about the financial impact on the village is the village mayor, Arno Hill. So, Arno, what kind of impact is this going to have on the village of Lordstown?
We'll probably take a pretty good cut right now. The first time around from the third shift, we lost about $1 million over a year. They'll probably, I'll estimate maybe $500,000 once this goes down. We've been kind of preparing for this, the village clerk, finance chair, and myself. So, you know, it's not the first time this has happened, but the spin-off is what's horrible. You know, not only the GM workers, it's always the younger ones, but then when you look at the people who work for Magna Seating or Comprehensive Logistics or a lot of the suppliers, you know, the ripple effect is what's really going to affect everybody, this whole valley.
So $1.5 million when it's all said and done from both shifts being lost, the third and the second shift. That's a big chunk of change for a village such as Lordstown.
Absolutely, it is a big chunk of change. You know, we took a real big hit because when they lost the third shift, they were working maximum overtime. Third shift was a premium shift. You know, we're just hoping it's just the market. We've got one of the best products we've ever had here, but people are buying the bigger vehicles, and you know, it's just the timing. It has nothing to do with the plant or anything. It's just the way the market is right now.
So how are you preparing to move forward as the village continues to see this loss here?
We've been fortunate. We have the first power plant. At one time we had 800 to 900 workers. They're all union workers working at the power plant. There's a chance a second power plant may be coming down. We may derive some revenues once the plant's actually up and running from the profits. So, you know, but we've been good stewards of the tax dollars for our residents, and I think that we'll be okay. You know, we have more concerns for a lot of the people who are losing their jobs, and you know, that's the big thing, and that ripples across the whole valley.
All right, thank you so much for joining me, Mayor Arno Hill. Now we're going to have continuing coverage of this developing story throughout the next 90 minutes, so be sure to stick with WKBN throughout that time. Live from Lordstown tonight, Nadine Grimley, WKBN 27 First News.